Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, welcome back to channel Natasha Putri. In this video, I will explain how to configure the DHCP client on MikroTik. DHCP or Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol is a service that allows devices to automatically distribute IP address to hosts in a network. The DHCP client makes a request to the DHCP server to get the IP address, DNS, netmasks, and gateway automatically from the DHCP server. The following is the topology used in the DHCP client material. This DHCP server can use a LAN cable or wireless. For the DHCP configuration system, I use wireless or host which act as the DHCP server. So, before configuring, first connect the router to access point use. This is access point function as the DHCP server, which will give the IP address to router, which act as the DHCP client, while the router make a request to the DHCP server to get IP address automatically. So the following step-by-step configuration DHCP client. First, open the Winbox application, then click Make Address for Remote Router. If you have, click Connect. Click New Terminal. Then check the interface using with the command interface print. Press Enter. Here I use wireless, which means the WLAN 1 interface. WLAN 1 interface acts as the internet source or DHCP server. Then, to ensure that the wireless interface of the router being used is connected to the access point, which functions as the DHCP server, we can type command interface wireless print. In here are seeing means WLAN 1 interface connected to the access point. Next, configuration DHCP client to add the WLAN 1 interface by using the command IP DHCP client add interface, namely WLAN 1. Press Enter. Then check the DHCP client created by the command IP DHCP client print. Press Enter. It can be seen that the WLAN 1 interface is still disabled invalid. To activate the WLAN 1 interface on the DHCP client, you can use the command IP DHCP client enable number 0 because the WLAN 1 interface is at number 0. Press Enter. If we check again with command IP DHCP client print, we can see that the status of WLAN 1 interface on the DHCP client is bound and has obtained the IP address autonomically as well. Next, if you look at the address list with the command IP address print, the VLAN 1 interface used has got its IP address dynamically from the DHCP, namely
192.168.43.71/24, and IP network uptime is 192.168.40.0.
with interface in use is VLAN 1. Next, to see if the router has got the IP DNS from the DHCP server, you can use the command IP DNS print. In here, we can be seen that dynamic server, namely 192.168.40.152. To see the IP gateway obtained for the DHCP server, type command IP route print. Press enter. In here, we can be seen that gateway, namely 192.168.40.152, obtained from DHCP server. Next, perform a ping test to ensure that the router is connected to the internet with the command ping google.com. Then press enter. It can be seen that the reply result means that this router has been successfully to connected internet. Perform a ping test to ensure that the router is connected to IP gateway. Use command ping IP gateway in use, namely 192.168.43.152. Then press enter. It can be seen the reply result means that this router has been successfully connected to DHCP server.
Enough of my explanation regarding the DHCP client. More or less sorry. See you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.